Hello folks, this is Aitaranja from inspiredtorise.com and today we have the HTC Desire 828 and the HTC One M8 Eye smartphone here with us for a full comparison review between both of these smartphones. So guys, let's begin. So guys, when we first compare both the HTC One M8 Eye and the HTC Desire 828, the first thing that comes to our notice is that the HTC One M8 Eye has a very nice premium metallic finish design, aluminum unibody design, something which is not there on the HTC Desire 828, which boasts of a plastic kind of finish, plastic kind of design. The back sensor on the HTC Desire 828 is protruding out a little bit as is seen over here, while that on the HTC One M8 Eye, the overall design and build feels pretty solid and the back sensor also feels really nice. It also has a secondary camera for additional depth information on the back. Apart from this, when we compare the display on both of these devices, the display on the One M8 Eye is a 5-inch Full HD display, while the display on the HTC Desire 828 is a 5.5-inch Full HD display. So when we compare the overall contrast and brightness, etc., both of these displays look good. The Desire 828 is a newer smartphone, so it's obvious that the display on the 828 does feel a little bit better when compared to the One M8 Eye, but both of the smartphone displays are really nice. Inside the hood, the HTC Desire 828 has a Mediatek MT6735 octa-core processor clocked in at 1.50 GHz, while the HTC One M8 Eye has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 chipset clocked in at 2.27 GHz. Both of these smartphones have nice CPUs, but on paper, the HTC One M8 Eye is a better performer because of its quad-core 2.27 GHz processor. And both of these smartphones come with around 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage. When compared side by side, the HTC Desire 828 is a bigger smartphone than the HTC One M8 Eye, which is evident. But the HTC Desire 828, because of its construction quality and the choice of materials used, is a very lighter smartphone when compared to the One M8 Eye. We have enabled the high performance mode on both the HTC One M8 Eye and the HTC Desire 828 smartphones by going into the developer options and enabling that option. Normally it is switched off, but we are going to do a test regarding the Antutu benchmark and other benchmarks. So we have to see how far can we push these devices, and when it comes to absolute performance, which device is the better one. The Antutu benchmark is running on both of these smartphones right now, and let us just check the temperature on both of these. So 28.1 degree on the HTC One M8 Eye and 23.7 degree on the HTC Desire 828. So it's the cooler one of both of these smartphones, and high performance mode has been enabled here, and the temperature of the room is around 18 to 16 degrees as we checked. So the final score that we got on both of these smartphones is 43,819 on the HTC Desire 828 and 50,900 on the HTC One M8 Eye. Both of them have high performance mode enabled. In terms of 3D scores, the HTC Desire 828 is considerably higher at 7,678, while the HTC One M8 Eye does lag behind that, but in terms of UX, CPU and RAM scores, it is way ahead of the HTC Desire 828. The HTC Desire 828 scored around 672 on the single core score and 2974 on the multi-core score on the Geekbench 3 benchmark, while the HTC One M8 Eye scored considerably higher single core score 925 on the Geekbench 3 but a lower multi-core score 2583. This is also because of the fact that the HTC One M8 Eye has higher clock speed than that of the HTC Desire 828, but the HTC Desire 828 has more number of cores when compared to the HTC One M8 Eye. The camera on both of these devices is one of the most talked about features of these devices, and the camera on the HTC One M8 Eye is a 13 megapixel back camera and a 5 megapixel front camera, while that on the HTC Desire 828 is a 13 megapixel primary camera with OIS and few other features which are not there on the HTC One M8 Eye. And the front camera of the HTC Desire 828 is a 4.1 megapixel UltraPixel camera which has really great image quality. Let us just test the image samples that we took, and we tested the cameras in almost similar conditions, and few of the images that we took, let us just show you those images. So firstly, here's the selfie taken by us on the HTC One M8 Eye. It's okay when zoomed out, the details aren't that clear. The picture looks decent, but it's not that great when we look at it closely, and when zoomed out the details aren't that good. And this one on the HTC Desire 828, the overall color reproduction etc is excellent on this one, and the details are really great even when zoomed out. So when compared both of these smartphones in similar lighting conditions, the UltraPixel front camera on the Desire 828 is certainly better when compared to the other one. And this is a picture that we took of a nighttime place at similar conditions, similar place, and the night mode enabled in both of these smartphones. So the Desire 828 showed really great details even in such nighttime conditions, while the One M8 Eye failed considerably in front of the Desire 828's back camera. The overall nighttime performance in the Desire 828 is seriously good. The light wasn't that much in that area, still overall exposure and everything is good. There is noise in this photograph, but there isn't as much noise when compared to the One M8 Eye. It has too much noise, and this light over here is too much, considerably higher when compared to the Desire 828. It was able to segregate these light patches, and that's something which is great on the Desire 828. And when we compare the same shot taken without the night mode turned on and auto settings enabled on both of these, then when we compare both of these shots, then also we find that the Desire 828 takes considerably better shots when compared to the One M8 Eye. And this is actually an improvement in terms of overall. This is actually an improvement in terms of going ahead with the new generation of HTC smartphones. When we took the same macro shot, then we find out that the color reproduction on both of these smartphones is a little bit different. On the HTC One M8 Eye, it showed my hand to be a shade of pinkish skin color, which isn't so, there isn't so much blood in my hands. And while on the HTC Desire 828, it showed my hands to be really pale, which isn't the case. And this is the thumb which was used in the video, and you can see that none of the images is actually matching to the original color of my thumb. So color reproduction on both of these isn't that great, but when we say which one is more accurate, then we have to say that the HTC Desire 828 image does look a little bit more natural. And also when you zoom out, the overall detail on the Desire 828 one feels a little bit better, but when you look in even more closely, it's evident that the Desire 828 has a better camera. The battery on the HTC One M8 Eye is a 2600 mAh battery packed in this small lightweight frame, while that on the Desire 828 is a 2800 mAh battery. But we found out that when we use them properly in a very heavy usage condition, the Desire 828 as well as the One M8 Eye did not last for a full whole day. The Desire 828 needed charging by around 6 to 7 p.m. in the evening, and the HTC One M8 Eye needed charging by around 4:30 to 5 p.m. in the evening. So the Desire 828 does have a little bit better battery, but all day battery life, this is not present on both of these smartphones. Both of these smartphones have a front-facing stereo speaker setup, and let us just test the similar song on both of these smartphones to test the audio clarity. This is the maximum sound on this one, and the audio isn't that clear and the bass is somewhat less, but it's loud enough. And let us just play the same song on the Desire 828. The audio is considerably louder, more crisp, clear. The sound is definitely better on the Desire 828. The quality is definitely evident. Both the files were same, and you could hear that the sound was definitely better on the HTC Desire 828. When we test general day-to-day performance, both of these smartphones feel very snappy to use and have almost similar configuration. And while the Desire 828 is a newer smartphone, and when you see and compare both of these smartphones, then the Desire 828 does seem to have an upper hand in almost everything. But the One M8 Eye does have more premium looks in a very nice metal unibody construction, which makes it one of the best HTC phones in terms of looks and everything else. But when you see in terms of overall performance and everything else in terms of camera quality, sound quality and the display, then the Desire 828 is a considerably better smartphone. At the end of the day, it's your choice. What kind of smartphone do you want? Do you want a higher performance and a better look, or do you want a better camera, better sound, better display and a somewhat lesser price than the HTC One M8 Eye? So guys, this was all for a comparison review between the HTC Desire 828 as well as the HTC One M8 Eye smartphone. In case you like this video, then don't forget to give us a thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel. This is Aitan Ajha from inspiredtorise.com signing off, folks. Stay inspired to rise. Keep visiting inspiredtorise.com for more such crispy videos and stay subscribed.